You started recording?
Yep.
Okay, so please pan over to my dress attire.
Mm-hmm.
And now please pan over to the audience. All right then. Well, thank you for coming to this persuasive speech presentation. I know you're all wondering why I've gathered you here today. Well, you'll be pleased to know that I have forgotten. Just a little bit of humor there, but doesn't it feel nice? We've broken the ice. We all feel a bit more comfortable, a bit more relaxed. Wouldn't it be nice if every business and professional environment was like that? Just in case it wasn't too clear, the focus of this presentation is the importance of humor in the workplace and its many benefits. Now, some of those benefits that I allude to are increasing the tolerability of the workplace, reducing feelings of stress and of burnout, and increasing productivity. But why? Why does it do any of those things? Why do we need humor in the workplace? Why does it work for the workplace? And what are its benefits not just to companies and corporations, but to you, the audience, such as employees? Those are some of the topics I'd like to cover in this presentation. So, first things first, why do we need humor in the workplace? Well, as someone like Love points out, it's very important to keep your employees in their current jobs, especially in competitive marketplaces, and now more so than ever after COVID, as we see many establishments being short-staffed constantly. There's something important to discuss when a company hires you. That's that they make a huge investment in hiring their employees, as not only does it take time to train you to do your job, but they also, when they hire you, they miss out on the opportunity to hire someone else. So when an employee decides to quit their job, whether it be for the work environment or for the pay, that investment is rendered useless. Now, there's another concept that's important when it comes to keeping employees in their job, and that is called job embeddedness. As Chen explains, it is a series of factors that determine whether an employee stays in their job or not. Now, humor can positively influence some of the factors in job embeddedness, as when employees perceive their work environment to be more humorous, they are more likely to be dedicated to the job and are more likely to stay in the job, which keeps the investment that the company made in hiring you more worth it. But why? Why does humor do any of those things? Well, I'd like to tackle that issue from two different angles. One, how it benefits the corporations and how they choose to use it, and then specifically how it benefits employees such as yourselves. Now, as someone like Cooper and Lang points out, humor has many benefits when managers and supervisors use it. For example, when managers use humor, they are viewed more as relationship-oriented by their employees. This goes back to the idea of job embeddedness, as employees that view their managers as being relationship-oriented are more likely to stay in their jobs since they believe their managers care more about themselves than just the work being done. Furthermore, it has been shown that when humor is used in the workplace, it does increase productivity. When higher-ups, such as your managers, your supervisors, they see that employee turnover is decreased and productivity is increased, they will be more likely to adopt a humor work ethic in their daily lives. But why would you want this? Why do you want your managers to use humor? Why would you want to use it yourself? Well, as previously mentioned before, humor has some benefits to it, such as increasing the tolerability of the workplace and reducing feelings of stress of burnout. Now, as someone like Mesmer Magnus points out. But furthermore, it also helps develop relationships between employees and their managers. The effectiveness is this, that employees will be more dedicated to the job. Let me paint you a picture. When you're in a job where the managers and the employees, they just want to get the work done and they don't have a big emphasis on having conversations or building relationships, those are the jobs you're just watching the clock and you're not very dedicated to it. And it's in those instances where as soon as something really upsets you, you're more than likely to leave, which is the negative aspect of job embeddedness. When you use humor and you build relationship with your other employees, you are more likely to stay in those rough environments. Now, how do you implement a humor work ethic in your daily lives? Well, when you go to your job, you don't necessarily have to act like a clown, but being more jovial, more humorous, these are great ways to adopt a humor work ethic, as by building relationships with your fellow colleagues, you will lessen those feelings of distance between them, and you will create a more positive, healthier, and more fulfilling work environment, not just for yourself, but for everyone involved. And this will reflect for the managers, as when they see the employee turnover down and the productivity increased, along with more people just being overall more satisfied in their job, they will also adopt a humor work ethic, which will then in turn give you the benefits that were previously alluded to. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that business and professional work environments don't have to be boring. We can make them a bit more fun by injecting a little bit of humor into our lives. But regardless, I would like to thank you for coming to this presentation, and I hope we can all work towards creating a more fun, fulfilling work environment in our daily jobs. And if you would please pan to the audience one more time. And thank you. You may stop the recording.